Welcome to the Central Texas Huddle on Lone Star Gridiron. I'm your host, Tony Blaylock, and I'll be back with the action for Central Texas High School football right after these messages.
With open enrollment coming soon for Medicare, ACA, Obamacare, and small group plans for businesses with less than 100 employees, if you're in need of health insurance solutions, look no further than HAP Insurance Agency. Yes, HAP Insurance Agency is a fantastic resource right in the heart of College Station, Texas. Whether you're in retirement, a business owner, or simply looking for the best health coverage option, HAP Insurance Agency has got you covered. You can find them in College Station at 1551 Greens Prairie Road West, Suite 101A, or give Holly Pritchard a call at 972-897-0814. That's HAP Insurance Agency.
Looking to boost your company's marketing? Look no further than Fresh Media Works. Podcasting is the best way to promote your brand and increase your customer base. You can create your own show, be a guest on other podcasts, or advertise on existing podcasts to reach a valuable audience. Don't wait. Start elevating your marketing game today with Fresh Media Works. Call now, 713-269-4620, or find us online at freshmediaworks.com/podcasting.
I want to thank HAP Insurance of College Station, Fresh Media Works, and Nani's Sweeter Side for their sponsorship of the Central Texas Huddle. So let's get right into some game action from last week, week 2. One of the feature games was Lake Travis and Cibolo Still, and it lived up to the billing. Lake Travis prevails 20-10. Lake Travis jumped out to a 10-0 lead. Still cuts into that lead before the half, but Lake Travis pushes that lead to 17-3 late in the third quarter. Still scores late to make it 17-10, and then Lake Travis gets a field goal with about 3 minutes to go to put the game away and wind up with their 20-10 win. In this game, featured players for Lake Travis was Caden Leon. He was 10 of 15 passing for 75 yards, 16 carries for 89 yards and a touchdown. And Marcio Williamson had 11 carries for 55 yards and 1 touchdown. On the Steel side, Chad Warner was 18 of 30 passing for 203 yards, 1 touchdown. Jonathan Hatton had 11 carries for 56 yards. And on the receiving side, Jalen Cooper had 3 receptions for 60 yards and a touchdown. And Royal Capel had 5 receptions for 62 yards and a touchdown. As we jump down to what turned into definitely the game of the week in Central Texas was Liberty Hill versus Huddle. Liberty Hill prevails in this one 82-80 over Huddle. Yes, that's 82-80 over Huddle. And in this game, we have the contrasting styles. Liberty Hill is going to run the ball almost exclusively. They have 1 pass attempt in the game. And Huddle is going to throw the ball a lot with 58 pass attempts in the game. How is this for a stat line for your running back? 15 carries, 310 yards, and 5 touchdowns. That was the line for Liberty Hill. It's Noah Long. But guess what? He wasn't the leading rusher in the game. Ben Carter with 25 carries and 394 yards rushing, 4 touchdowns, was the leading rusher in the game for Liberty Hill. Just an absolutely wild affair. Liberty Hill with 782 yards rushing, and that was their total yardage for the game, as their 1 pass attempt was incomplete. Then go over to the Huddle side. For the Hippos, star of the game was definitely Will Hammond, the quarterback. 36 of 58 passing for 719 yards and 4 touchdowns. Then he added 13 carries for 88 yards and 6 touchdowns. Yes, that's 10 touchdowns Wilhelm is responsible for in this game. Obviously, the stars in this game for beyond Hammond for the Hippos were the receivers. Alex Green was 15 receptions for 275 yards receiving, 1 touchdown, and Keelan Chavez 7 receptions for 243 yards and 3 touchdowns. Just an absolutely wild affair between Liberty Hill and Huddle. Another game of note was Belton and Brenham. In this game, Belton prevails 27-20. Belton jumps out to a 20-6 halftime lead, leads 27-6 after 3, and then Brenham scores 2 fourth quarter touchdowns to cut the lead to 27-20. For Belton, leading the way was Reese Rumfield, who was 14 of 24 for 232 yards passing, 2 touchdowns. Angel Guerrero had 6 receptions for 97 yards and a touchdown, and then rushing the ball was Sean Snap with 15 carries, 74 yards and 2 touchdowns. On the Brenham side, Jordan Harvey was 14 of 25 for 163 yards. Jacoby Dixon had 18 carries for 89 yards, 1 touchdown. He also threw 1 pass, which was complete for a 48-yard touchdown. And then Dante Martin had 9 receptions for 88 yards and a touchdown.
Do you have a party coming up or just want a special gift? Check out Nani's Sweeter Side. Yes, Nani's Sweeter Side makes the most amazing custom-created sugar cookies with your design. They also offer paint your own cookies and decorate your own cookies. Those make an excellent sweet activity that you can sink your teeth into at parties. Nani's also offers some of the most amazing cupcakes ever. You can check out Nani's Sweeter Side at nanisweeterside.com. That's N-A-N-I. Check her out on Facebook. Just look for Nani's Sweeter Side. Or give her a call at 937-499-4790. At Nani's Sweeter Side, you'll find that happiness is homemade.
Hey, did you play Texas high school football? If you did, you're part of an elite group, the Brotherhood of Texas High School Football. All football players, past and present, who have ever suited up in the Lone Star State are eligible. Go to LoneStarGridiron.com/brotherhood. And thank you for the part you played in the greatest sport in the greatest state.
Next thing we're going to talk about from last week, we're going to talk about this is going to be Stephenville versus, which was our going in was our number 4 4A D1 team, and they were playing our number 19 5A D2 team in Everman, and Stephenville prevails in this one 14-7. Stephenville scores with about 5 minutes to go to break the 7-7 tie and win the game 14-7. And for you Yellow Jackets, the stars of the game were Ryan Gafford, who was 15 of 27 for 194 yards and 1 touchdown. He also scored the game-winning touchdown on a 2-yard run. Carrying the ball primarily for the Yellow Jackets was Tate Muruska, 27 carries for 164 yards. And then catching the ball were Tristan Gentry with 6 receptions for 83 yards and Jaden Lujan with 3 receptions for 70 yards and a touchdown. And we dropped down to 2A D1, and a real featured game there was our number 8 Crawford versus number 14 Centerville. Centerville prevails in this one 43-20, putting up 469 yards rushing with the leading rushers for Centerville were Zantel Holly with 15 carries for 138 yards and 3 touchdowns. But big on the yardage was Andre Newman, 14 carries, 257 yards, and 2 touchdowns. And those were our featured games from the week. So let's go over what the Lone Star Gridiron. Please visit LoneStarGridiron.com to see all the statewide rankings. But we're going to go through the rankings for the teams that we have in the Central Texas region, which once again stretches from south of San Antonio all the way up to north of Waco. So the big middle of the state there for Lone Star Gridiron. We'll start off in 6A. Westlake stays at number 4. They will start district play this Friday, hosting Austin Aikens. Up number 1 to number 5 is Vandegrift. They will play Friday at Waco Midway. Lake Travis is up 1 to number 8. Starts district play Friday at Buda Johnson. San Antonio Brennan is up 3 to number 27. Starts district play Thursday at San Antonio Harlan. And Dripping Springs is up 2 spots to number 28. And they are open this week. Now for our 5A D1 rankings from Central Texas region, College Station checks in at number 8. They play Friday at Temple. And Smithson Valley checks in at number 11. And Friday they host San Antonio East Central. Going to our 4A D2 rankings, Liberty Hill checks in at number 11. They play Friday at Georgetown. And Alamo Heights comes into our top 15 at number 14. They'll be going into their second game of district play Friday versus San Antonio Highlands. In 4A D1, China Springs is number 2. And Bernie is number 3. Stephenville is number 4. Somerset is number 10, and Davenport is number 12. In 4A D2, Wimberley checks in at number 3. They play Friday at our 3A D1 number 4 team, Brock. Cuero is number 5. They play Friday versus Yoakum. Waco Connolly checks in at number 8. They play Friday versus Cambrinha. 3A D1 checking in number 1, Franklin Lions. They play Friday at Diboll. Columbus is at number 4, and they play Thursday hosting Bryce Consolidated. This is an annual Thursday game. Bryce Consolidated and Columbus play this game on Thursday night for the last several years. Lorena checks in at number 10, and they'll be hosting Cedar Hill Trinity Leadership on Friday. Going down to 3A D2 rankings, number 8, Poth. They play Friday versus Shiner. Number 11 is Comanche. They play Friday at Early. And number 14, Lexington, host Rockdale on Friday. Into our 2A D1 rankings, number 4, Centerville, host Teague on Friday. Number 12, Mason will be at Ozona. Number 13, Crawford will be hosting Rio Vista. And then tied at 14th, we have Three Rivers, who will be hosting Taft, and Holland, who will be hosting our 2A D2 number 9 team, Granger. And to wrap it up with 2A D2 rankings, number 1, Mark. They will play Friday at Italy. Number 5, Chilton will play Friday at Normandy. And then we have a 3-way tie for 9th, starting with Bremond, who will be hosting Grapeland, Falls City, who will be at Stockdale, and Granger, who will be playing our 2A D1 number 14 team, Holland. And then at number 12, Burton, who will be playing Friday at Schulenburg. And that's going to wrap it up for this week's edition of the Central Texas Huddle. Please be sure to check back in next week where we'll go over key and featured games from this week and look at the rankings and schedule for the next week. And I want to thank Hap Insurance of College Station, Fresh Media Works, and 90's Sweeter Side for their sponsorship of the Central Texas Huddle.